let's go over a easy question that I solved just a couple minutes ago. I originally struggled with this one, but I finally figured it out, and let's go over it. So the Hamming distance is the difference between the two integers, or the number of positions at which the corresponding bits are different. And we have two integers and we want to return the Hamming distance difference between them. So for example, the binary version of 1 is this one, the binary version of 4 is this one. So there are two positions that are different, and if the length, which we're going to get, is different, then pad the shorter one with zeros in the left side and vice versa. So, and then we can loop through both and compare how many positions are different, right? So cool, and we do that for each example. And so let's start coding it up. So let's call the first is going to be binary of x. Second is going to be binary of y. Print first and second. So as you can see, the first one is 1, the second one is 100. And we do 2 to the end because the 0b at the front doesn't matter. And so we want to trim that. And now we want to pad the shorter one with zeros to the left, as we said. So if length of first is less than length of second, then pad first. If length of second is less than length of first, pad second, else same length, right? So in this case, let's call this, well, let's make lists for both of them. So let's call first list, second list. And to pad the first, let's say the difference, right, because second is longer than first, so difference is length of the difference between the two lengths minus length of first. And then now, while this diff is bigger than 0, we want to append 0, right? So we want to add 0 and then until the difference is less than 1, right? Because this is x, y is this one. We want to make them the same length, right? And then we want to decrement diff so we don't have an infinite loop. And we want to say first list.append 0. And then let's just print this out to see what it looks like. Okay. For now, let's do that. Okay, so now we have two leading zeros, but we actually have to still append whatever was left in first. So for f in first list.append integer f. And also we have to actually create the second list, which we didn't touch. So for s in second list, first list.append integer of second, because that was a string. That's why we could get the length of it. So we want to append the integer version of it. Okay, and let's print second list. So first list is still, oh, this is before we added the only one that was in there before. Okay, cool. So now they're the same length and we can compare them. But now we have to take care of the cases where the second is less than the first. Same thing. We got the difference equals to length of first minus length of second, because that's going to be a positive difference between first is bigger than second. Same thing. Well, diff is bigger than 0. Second list dot append 0 to the rear of the list. Prevent the infinite loop. And same thing. We can even just copy this here, because we still have to take care of these different conditionals. This is a different conditional, so first wasn't even, we didn't do any work to first here, right? So same here. And then if they're the same length, then we don't even have to do anything. We can just compare them directly. So now that we padded them properly to make them of equal length, we can iterate over either one. Let me just choose first list, go over our results, and then if first list of I, right, if the current element's not the same in both lists adjacently, then we can increment result, right? And then at the end, we just return results. Iterate over left and right. So this one is incorrect. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Length of second is less than length of first. It's first list, second list. maybe, okay, if they're the same length, we still have to, we don't even do this work. We still have to create the first and the second list, right? Because they're originally of the same length. So we didn't even create that. You can take care of the third conditional. So now, there you go. So it works, and yep. So that's my way of doing it. Hope it made sense, and thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Take care.